I didn't enjoy my school years that much. I was quite single-minded about what I wanted to do when I left school. From the age of 4, when I went to the Isle of Man to watch the TT races, that was it. This was going to be my path in life. Many years later, after achieving a lot and accomplishing a lot in sports, kickboxing, motorcycling and running, I can look back on the memories and think, yeah, I've done it. My dad took me over to Isle of Man to watch the TT races. It was noisy, it was fast, it looked dangerous, it was smelly. But that day, that's where it all started. And after that, it was 20 years of competitive sport, which included motorcycle racing, kickboxing and running, which I'm still doing now. At 4 years old, from my early years, right through until I was probably 19 years old, that's what I really wanted to do, was race motorcycles after going to the Isle of Man with my dad when I was 4 years old. And that's what I was going to do. It was as simple as that. In 1987 I started motorcycle racing. I purchased a Suzuki bike, brand new from a motorcycle shop, and I got it ready to race and went motorcycle racing. My first event was at Mallory Park and I was hooked. When I first started racing in 1987, I had help and support from 2 friends that lived quite locally. It's not a sport you can do by yourself. You can't go motorcycle racing by yourself. You need help. They were very supportive and came to all of my events. Sometimes we'd travel to different circuits in the country and we'd stay overnight in the van or in the gazebo or in the tent. It was a very expensive sport to start getting into. You've got to buy the bike, you've got to be able to afford to purchase tyres, spares, parts for the bike, your entry fees, travelling expenses. So I used to work sometimes nearly 75 hours a week in the garage I worked at just to be able to afford to go bike racing. My parents weren't very keen on it. They would have discouraged me to do it, but I was quite stubborn. I was going to do it, and you know, I would never have been happy without having a go doing it, because it's something I always wanted to do. My career in motorcycle racing, I picked up hundreds of top 10 finishes, often against a grid of 40 or so or 30 bikes. I raced in nationals, and at one particular event I came within less than a second of actually getting the class lap record around the course. I started kickboxing in 1993. I'd always been interested in karate. I used to do karate when I was younger at a church hall in Long Eaton, and I started training at a gym in Beeston, a kickboxing gym, because I had some friends in Beeston at the time. I competed in 23 kickboxing tournaments, won them all, so I had 23 wins, no losses. 11 of those were knockouts, 9 of those were in the first 40 seconds, so my record was quite good. I qualified for the East Midlands Area Championships, middleweight championships, and won that. And then from that day on, I never competed again. I reached a level that I was more than satisfied with. Yeah, I started running in 2014, mainly to keep fit, and some of my friends ran and I was quite inspired by them doing races. And I started doing running races from distances from 5k, 5 miles, 10k, half marathons, and I'm continuing running today, which is 2020. I've accumulated a lot of medals. I ran for 2 different running clubs. I compete in park runs most Saturdays at various different locations.